Here are the 3 productivity tips I just learned just a few days ago, and they have put a massive result on the output, and I feel more productive ever since then. So I'm gonna make it real short and make it real quick. So 3 days ago, I had a meeting with a top entrepreneur. He runs a furniture company, and I actually had some few doubts that I cleared with him. So I think that doubts would be common in many other people too. So I thought of sharing the solutions online. So number one, I told him that I'm not consistent, I'm not disciplined. There is a quick spike on motivation, and then eventually it just fades off. So the solution he gave me was this: either your goal is too big or too small. That one is you're just afraid that you will fail because your goal is too big or like just too high on the standards. Otherwise your goal is too small that you're afraid that you'll get discriminations, or you'll just discriminate yourself that your goal is this small. And there might be some other reasons, but you gotta identify why do you think is your goal actually real big. And for me, I found out that my goal is actually very big, and I haven't noticed that I was being too delusional, which is okay. But being delusional isn't the problem, but the solution for this was, if your goal is too big, you gotta break down your goal into the smallest parts possible. Let's say you got a goal of getting a 6 packs, and so what is going to be your workflow for the next 6 months? What is going to be your plan for the next 6 months? What do you want to achieve the next 6 months? Let's say for the next 6 months you want to lose X amount of weight so that you can achieve your 6 packs goal. Now if you have your 6 months goal clear, then you gotta move that 6 months goals to 1 month. Don't think about 3 months what I'll be doing in 3 months. Don't think about it 4 months. They are time consuming. If you have it, that's clear. I didn't think about what I'll be doing in the next one year or 2 year. I just directly thought of the 6 months plan. If you have your 6 months plan, let's say I have to lose 8 kgs of my weight so that I can get to my 6 packs plan. So 8 kgs in 6 months. So what can I do this month? Let's say to lose 8 kgs of my weight, what I will be doing is to, let's say I'll have to run 2 marathons. Let's say there are 2 marathons, and the smallest thing I can be doing right now is in 1 month is to run 2 marathons. Now you gotta set a weekly goal. What I can do this week or next week to achieve my 1 month's goal. 2 marathons, let's say for this week I'll be practicing 10,000 steps. Just like that, if you are free right now, what can I do right now? Let's say for the marathon, right now you're free, you have your phone in your hand. Let's watch a YouTube tutorial how you can win marathons or actually lose weight. This is how you be productive. And if your goal is too small, then what you have to do is to actually reconsider your goal, or actually think about your goal and follow that same framework I just told about. Now the second problem I had was actually time. I wasn't able to manage time properly. Now I told him that, and the thing he told me, everybody, ultra rich people, ultra successful people, and you have the same 24 hours of time, but it depends on how effectively you use it. He told me that the new currency is not time. Everybody says time is money, but that's getting old. The newer currency is focus. Focus is money, and if you've been able to focus, that doesn't mean if you're studying for 6 hours straight, but if you can get 1 hour of your studies effectively, that would be greater than the 6 hours of studies. I hope you get my point. Now, as I tell, I was not able to manage my time. What he recommended for me is a method called time logging and time batching. Now, first let me talk about time logging. What is time logging? Now, this is the very effective method Time logging is actually like you calculate where are you losing your time. Eventually, let's say till the time I wake up, after each and every single task I track my time. Now where do I do it? I'm usually doing it in a like in a calendar, but you can do it in a physical sheet of paper. Write down every single hour, let's say from starting from the time you wake up. Let's say you wake up at 7 a.m., then you write every single hour, 7, 8, 9, and you create blocks of what you actually did in those hours. This way you can actually analyze where your time is going and what is the thing that's mostly consuming your time and what are the time wasters are there. This way you can cut off those time wasters and then you can increase the time on your goals. And this one actually works. I'll show exact screenshots of my calendar photos of me actually tracking time. And then the another method he told me was time batching. Now what is time batching? Time batching is a method where you do the similar type of work at one at a time. Let's say one at a time means you do the similar type of work all at once. Let's say I'm a content creator, I have to record my videos. Instead of recording every single day, what can I do? I'll just take Sundays and I'll record every single video for me at once. Now what will this do? I don't have to set up lighting every single time. I don't have to set up my environment. I don't have to plug in my webcam every single time, take out my script. Everything, the similar type of work can be done in one go. Just like studying, instead of doing studying, then a 15-minute break of me doing something else, me watching videos on how to lose weight, thinking that it's productive, but it's not. You're just switching between tasks, which is not ideally productive. And instead of doing that, what you do is you just complete your studies all at once. Even if you're taking breaks, what you do is you take breaks where you actually detox yourself. So let's say I'm studying, so what I'll be doing, I'll complete all my studies, then only I'll move on to the next thing. Now the next thing is actually, I asked him, where am I? You're distracting me.
I'm not.
Go away, bro. I am. And the last thing I asked, and the last thing he recommended for me was to actually weekly analyze my time logs and my goals. Let's say, as I told about weekly goals, 6 months goal, then it comes to 1 month goal, then it comes to a weekly goal. Every single week you gotta look at your time logs, find out where you're wasting time, what's your distractions, what you can improve, and also have you achieved the weekly goals. You just gotta make a matrix for your whole life, and these weekly assessments are what's going to make the first two steps work. And that is it. Thank you for listening. If you are more into these kind of productivity tips and actually into how to improve your life, I am on a goal to actually elevate my life and interested in entrepreneurship and these kind of tips. I'm going to be posting raw webcam recorded videos like this, and I'll be sharing only practical tips, and I'll be using my networks to actually provide value to you. Thanks for watching. I hope you get something out of this video. Now I'll directly post this, and don't worry, I mean, if you just don't care if I don't do any type of editings, and don't care if anything is raw, and just to be clear, my sister's just appeared. I'm not going to take much time. So it's going to be raw. If you're interested in following this journey, please follow along.